Shalom, yeah, yeah, we good. We got 30 minutes left. You know, just let us know when it, you know what I'm saying? But pretty much going back to the point, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, the Lord is getting ready to come with judgment, bro. The earth is going to shake, bro. Go ahead.
Verse 12, thou didst march through the land in indignation. Thou didst thresh the heathen in anger. Thou wentest forth for the salvation of thy people, even for the salvation with thine anointed.
But look what it said, though. This is all equated with our salvation, bro. It says when he comes to save, he's going to destroy these heathen, bro. And that's another precept that goes to show you, bro, the Lord ain't going to come to save everybody, bro. A lot of people talk about, you're not preaching the gospel. You don't know what the gospel is. Well, one, the gospel is the good news, but part of the good news is our salvation, right? But what has to take place in order for us to be saved? The heathen to be obliterated, man. The heathen in America to be destroyed. That's why I wanted this in Isaiah chapter 61. And I'm going to pull this out really quick and we can jump back to that.
Right. That's what the men of the Lord were looking for when Yahushua died on the cross and came back in Acts the first chapter.
That's
they
right,
asked
brother.
at this time, were you going to restore the kingdom to Israel, man?
That's right.
You know? That's what the men of the Lord were always looking for, restoring the kingdom to Israel and having dominance under the will of Yahushua.
That's right.
That's all we ever long to look for.
That's right, bro. Yeah, Yahushua didn't stop them and say, no, wait, it ain't just for Israel, but it's for everybody. No. Right. Yahushua said, look, man, I'm going to come at a later time. But you're going to be given power.
That's right.
You know? He didn't correct him and say it's the whole world. No, man, because they already had that common understanding that it was for Israel, and it's always going to be for Israel. You know? But I got this real quick in Isaiah 61, and we can jump back to that. Isaiah 61:1, it says, the Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings to the meek. Now, this is the gospel. He had sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, who are Israel, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the openings of the prison to them that are bound. And who are the captives, man? Again, the scriptures talk about us being oppressed. All right, it talks about judging a place that held us. Okay, it says we shall cry unto the Lord because of the oppressors. You read it in James, the 5th chapter. It talks about the rich men. It talks about the labors that he has kept back by fraud, and how the cries of them had went into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. The Lord is getting ready to justify his men. He's getting ready to save his men. You know, and this is the message that we're preaching, letting you all know that the Lord is getting ready to deliver us, man. You know?
He said right there, he anointed me to produce good tidings, man.
Yeah.
You read right here in Habakkuk, it says salvation for thy people, even thine anointed.
That's right.
Isaiah was an Israelite. You know, only the men of the Lord were anointed to teach and to go out and preach, and anointed is synonymous with the Lord's people. Man.
That's right, brother.
Okay, and Israel's anointed as a whole. So that's all the salvation's for.
That's right, brother. God. Isaiah chapter 61, verse 2, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord. Hey, and man, being honest, this very well could be the acceptable year, man.
That's right.
Okay, I mean, look what's taking place. America's collapsing.
We're in new territory right now.
This is new territory, man. This is the time to really have your head on the swivel, man.
That's right. That's right.
To be circumspect.
This is a step up in the spirit, man, for things that's going on in America, man. You know?
That's right. This is something that none of us, this is new to every last one of us, man. This is a time for us to really be uncomfortable in the flesh and really, really, really apply the spirit.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
It's a little more to this. It says, to proclaim the acceptable year in the day of vengeance of the Most High, our power, to comfort all that mourn. Now, earlier, it said to proclaim the acceptable year and the day of vengeance. Now, earlier in the previous chapter, the prophet Isaiah said to preach good tidings. And what we just read after that was pertaining to the good tidings, the year of the day of vengeance and the acceptable year, man. So all this embodies the gospel of Yahushua, man. And that gospel of Yahushua, yes. Is it the good news? Absolutely, man. It's great news. We're getting ready to be delivered from this wretched-ass wicked kingdom.
That's right.
America's humbling everybody, bro. Now it's to the point where the Lord is getting ready to answer for these Catholic priests that's raping these little kids. These trannies that's going all over the place teaching your children. The mind that Dwayne Wade has where he's telling that it's cool for his son to have a sex change. The mind of all these people in their wickedness, man. This is a time where the Lord's saying, it's enough of this, man.
That's right. That's right.
It's enough. Enough is enough, man. The Lord had pulled the plug on America's little party, man. Your party's over.
Right.
The party's over, man. Now it's time for you to reap everything that you've sown. This is the time for it, man. Enough with the games. All right? There's more to that in Habakkuk.
Back in Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 13 again. Thou wentest forth for the salvation of thy people, even for salvation with thine anointed. Thou woundest the head out of the house of the wicked.
Thou woundest the head after the house of the wicked, man. You read it in Genesis, the 3rd chapter. You remember when Eve was beguiled by the serpent, right? And what did the Lord say unto the serpent? What was the judgment that the Lord said? All right, pertaining to the seed of the woman, it said, "It shall bruise thy head, but thou shalt bruise its heel." Now that heel, yeah, we were bruised. That heel takes a long time to recover from. When you have an Achilles injury, you know, that can take a long time to recover from, but we've recovered from it, man. Now we've been revived on this 3rd day. But it said, "It, pertaining to the seed of the woman, shall bruise thy head," man. So the head of the serpent is getting ready to be bruised, man. Psalm 68, it says, to destroy the hoary head of the wicked. And that's getting ready to take place. Nahum 3 says, thy wound is grievous, man, and there is no healing unto it. And now we're getting ready to see that bruise to the serpent's head, man. Go ahead, like you got a precept.
Let's read out Psalm 68.
Gone. I think it's verse 21.
Okay, come. Psalm 68:21. But the Most High shall wound the head of his enemies, and the hairy scalp of such an one as goeth on still in his trespass.
Hey, when you go into that word hairy right there, man, that word there goes into sha'ayar, just like seer, sha'ayar. That's what the word goes back to, which means hairy, man. And it also goes back to the goat as well. When you go into the goat of Mendes and all those different idols, man, that modern day goat right now, man, Esau embodies that. That's why also, too, you read about it in Daniel, the 8th chapter, it talks about the ram with the 2 horns, and it fought against what? It said the he-goat. And the he-goat was synonymous for who? The Grecians, man. And the Grecians was the first empire that Esau, Edom had ruled on a mass scale, man. So that he-goat, hey, man, that's talking about Esau, man. That hoary head, we're reading about that judgment pertaining to him in Habakkuk, the 3rd chapter. The 2nd chapter goes into the sins that he had tallied up. And the 3rd chapter now is going into the judgment that's getting ready to take place unto this devil. You know?
That's true. Esau was made to be sacrificed, man. Like the brother said, Alexander.
Straight up.
And when you read Isaiah 34, it talks about he had to sacrifice some boss.
Ooh, I was.
You know?
That's
about
right.
Reading first
that's right.
4 or 5 verses, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to sacrifice some Basra, which that's one of the chief cities of Egypt.
That's right, brother.
You know? So Esau was made to be destroyed. They were made to be wicked for the day of evil.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, they're going to be taken out, man. There's a slaughter,
right.
great slaughter is going to happen.
That's right, brother. That's right. You people have a very horrible, you're going to have a very horrible experience coming, man. And if you an Israelite, and you don't repent, man, that's your ass, man. Your ass is grass, bro. Come on, brother.
Amos 9:8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom.
Those are the angels, man. Those are the chariots. It's saying the eyes of the Lord are upon a sinful kingdom. What do you think he's going to do to a sinful kingdom, bro? He allowed this place to be sinful for so long. Now it's time for him to judge it, just like he has judged ancient Sodom and Gomorrah, man. There's man, Sodom and Gomorrah was only an example of what's getting ready to happen to this place, bro. And Sodom and Gomorrah was incinerated, it was obliterated, man. And that's an example to those that continue on to live ungodly, as you read about it in the book of Peter, man. Go ahead.
And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
Off the face of the earth, bro. This place is getting ready to be a desert wasteland, bro. All the ways of this place, all the nastiness and lewdness and perverseness that had been esteemed high are going to be brought to naught, man. This place is going to be the example, the continual example on how not to live and conduct yourself, man. This place is going to be a memorial just for that reason, man.
That's right. Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua.
That's right, man. And the Lord is going, hey, if you read about it, when it comes to his elect, you read about it in Jeremiah 29, we don't got to get it. But hey, man, he says, my thought towards you are of peace and not evil, man. So when the Lord brings all this judgment, all this wrath to this place, and it's going to be tough even for our flesh, man, but the Lord got us, bro. And as we continue to read in Habakkuk, the 3rd chapter, it goes right into that, man. All we're going to have to do is to call on the Lord, man. Even how difficult it might look, you're going to be uncomfortable. You might even be by yourself, you know. But don't resort to your flesh in that day, but resort to the Spirit and trust in the Lord, bro. Think about all the wonderful works the Lord did to save our fathers in the days of trouble, man. The Lord got us.
That's right. Don't be ashamed to call on him, man. That's what
Yeah.
he wants, man. You know, for his people to return on and lead upon him.
That's right.
You know, that's the only option. Either we're gonna lean on the left hand side or we're gonna lean on the right hand side.
Yeah, straight up.
And there ain't no gray area in between, you know.
That's right.
If you're scared or fearful or ashamed, that automatically puts you on the left side.
That's right. It's either you believe or you don't. Okay? Either you believe or you don't, man. Hey, we have this to comfort us right here, man.
That's right.
These scriptures are here to comfort us in that day. If you have issues to make a spiritual decision in that day, make sure, hey, by the way, too, keep your book bag on you everywhere you go, man. Keep your book bag with your sword in it everywhere you go.
That's right.
I was talking to the elder brother Barack, man. We was having a conversation like, hey, man, I have my sword on me everywhere I go because we might not have the internet soon. You know, but hey, if we have our sword with you and you have issues making a particular decision, man, go into the scriptures and read it, man. You know, because best believe, if you believe the Spirit of the Lord is upon you, all right, and this is the word of truth, he's going to direct you on your steps, man. And this is how you X out, leading to your own understanding in that day.
That's
You
right.
know?
That's why Scripture say these things are written for us. We're written for our learning. That's why the brothers is stressing, man. We had that with you. You know,
Yeah.
myself personally, I have a Bible in the pocket behind my seat, you know, the little pocket.
Yep.
So, you know, whenever I want to study or do something, if I'm gonna have my book bag, have that with you, man.
Mhm.
I know brothers that been in this thing long enough. I know you probably went through 2 or 3 swords.
Yeah.
You know, but you keep those around. So hey,
That's right.
you know, stash them little places, you know, big
Stash
You know, you saw you having guns all over the place. You know, hey,
Yeah.
this is our weapon.
This
you
is
know,
our
man.
weapon, man.
You know?
Hey, as it's written, our weapons of warfare are not carnal. This is our weapon of warfare right here, man. The Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is our weapon. Because again, the Lord will vindicate us, bro. Hey, it says judgment is mine, saith the Lord.
That's right.
You know? Go ahead.
Back in Habakkuk chapter 3, in the middle of verse 13, thou woundest the head out of the house of the wicked by discovering the foundation unto the neck. Salah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, man.
Yeah, bro. The Lord, bro. Everything is finna be made manifest, bro.
That's right.
All that you've done on the planet Earth is gonna be revealed unto your damn face, man.
That's Isaiah 47.
That's right.
Thy nakedness and thy shame shall be seen. The Most High is going to discover thy skirts. Read in Nahum the 3rd chapter.
Yeah.
So it's going to be completely revealed.
That's right.
All your wickedness, you say even to the foundation of thy neck.
Man.
From neck
Your toes to your neck.
Man, he's going to completely air out the devil.
Yeah.
You know, and we see it. That's why Scripture say we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. The Most High is good on everything, man.
Yep.
Why? Because we shine this light into the world.
That's right.
Okay, there's no way this fugitive can hide anymore. He's being cornered.
Yep.
You know, because he's referenced as Cain. Man.
Yeah.
He's
Straight up.
descendant from Cain, so he's that fugitive.
That's right.
That vagabond, man.
That's right. It's time for his judgment. So like it, bro.
No, you good. No. So we're shining that spotlight on everywhere where he can't hide in the corners no more. He can't be doing that shit, man.
That's right,
it's
brother.
his time.
Nah, beautiful, bro.
Verse 14, thou didst strike through with his staves the head of his villages.
Yeah, man. And that goes into a pestilence as well, man. The staff of bread. Okay, all these different pestilences have to take place before the great and terrible day, man. Okay, there's going to be no more bread. You read it in 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, man. Hey, it says, in that day will the sown places shall appear unsown. And we're seeing these sown places appear unsown. You can't even go to a Kroger or an Albertsons or Tom Thumb and not see an empty aisle, man. Look at the toilet paper aisles, man. It's completely empty. Look at the produce section, completely empty, damn near bone dry. You can barely find apples.
And Trump, you know, with that brother I'm not putting on WhatsApp, you know, Trump was saying, I watched about 5-10 minutes of it. He was saying that, you know, the truck's gonna keep rolling, the stores is being stocked, things like that. Just up there lying, man.
Hey, that's a beautiful point, but it also goes to show you that these people have their complete confidence and trust in this place, man. And they don't understand when it says in 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, when he says peace and safety, loosely paraphrased, then shall great evils come, man. Then shall he come down with that great wrath. Right. But hey, when we read it, it says the elect aren't going to be taken in the snares and devices of the devil, man. We're not ignorant to Satan's devices. So you brought up the point going into how Trump said all these things, and these people are going to eat all that shit up. But we ain't ignorant to that shit, man. You know, we know exactly what this devil's doing. I mean, look, he's always made covenants and lied. He's always said he was going to do something and lied and stabbed him right in the back right afterward, man. So why would he change right now in the worst time in history?
Right. He just wants these people to stay in their houses, man.
That's exactly what it is, man. That way it's easy for them to come in and kick your door.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5, I'll start at verse 4.
Come.
But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief.
Again, we have the light, man. All right? We have the light, and really apply this light. Really apply it, bro. The Lord is real, bro. He's real, and he said, if you do X, Y, and Z, if you perform this, if you perform that, if you go on the highways and byways and preach, if you call unto me, I will be with you, man. Trust and believe that. We have the light. We're called the children of the light, man. Really apply that and believe that, bro.
Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness.
That's right, because the rest of the y'all, everybody else is of darkness, man. And you start with Israel, man. Israel is of darkness right now, bro, because they're supposed to have the light, but they don't. And they follow the ways of their daddy, the devil, who was Esau, Edom, which is the so-called white man, man. Right. All right? And that's the real dark man. That's the real nigga. You know, that's a nigga with an attitude.
Right. That's right. That's him. That's the real nigga. You know, it's that violent man. But like the brother said, we're the children of light, so we see all these things. You know, and that light is what? This word, this understanding.
That's right.
So hey, we filter everything Esau has to say through the scriptures, and he's been found to be a damn liar, like the brother said.
That's right, bro.
He's been found to be the devil, and he's been revealed. You know.
That's right,
It's back in Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 14. Thou didst strike through with the staves the head of his villages. They came out as a whirlwind to scatter me. Their rejoicing was as to devour the poor secretly. Thou didst walk through the sea with thine horses, through the heap of great waters. When I heard, my belly trembled.
Now this is Habakkuk, bro. All right? This is a prophet, bro. And this is his mentality. And this goes to show you how bad it's really going to get out here. Okay? You see why Ezra said, woe unto me, woe is me, woe is me. Who shall deliver me in those days? Even the prophets had thoughts of what the fuck when they had visions of this stuff.
That's sick. Sick to his stomach, man. You know? Imagine that?
Right.
Just a small glimpse of that was what that movie, The Knowing, with the little boy. He was in that window, and also he was put into the vision of seeing everything burning, the animals running around, everything dying around.
That's right, brother.
Some scary ass shit, man.
That's right.
So the Lord was actually astral projecting the prophets into these visions.
That's right.
They're all around seeing missiles drop. They're seeing bodies. They're smelling it. You know, so they're getting the full experience of that.
Yeah. Seeing car explosions and shit. You know, they was looking at today, bro, and they was like the brother said. Oh man. They was astral projecting, but they didn't even know the Lord was placing them in that body that they were going to have in the last days for a quick second, bro. You know, one of you brothers could have been those prophets that had seen the judgment, bro. Right. And the Lord had placed them temporarily in that body in the future that they was going to be in, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's heavy.
Go ahead, bro.
When I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble.
Habakkuk was saying, man, I pray to the Lord that I'll be dead in that day. He said that he was at rest in that day because he had that vision of how bad it's going to get. Of right now. Daniel, the 12th chapter, talks about this time. When Michael, the great archangel, stand up. Salaki, I sprayed a little bit. Michael, the archangel, stand up, and it says in that day is like no other, man. You know, so, hey, man, we see, hey, man, Michael, the archangel, is standing up right now, bro. The host of heaven is getting ready. The Lord, the Lord is getting his servants ready. All these different, we keep talking about the chariots, bro. There's a reason why these chariot sightings keep showing, man. The Lord is getting his angels ready for battle.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, just because we can't see them, it don't mean they're not getting ready. Just as Esau's getting ready, he's gathering, both sides gather up his army as well, man.
That's right.
We can't see them. I believe it was that Elisha, the younger man that was under him was afraid, and then so Elisha prayed for the Heavenly Father to open up his eyes, man.
Yeah.
But what he saw chariots and the host of angels encamped all around him, man.
That's right. That's right.
You know?
We have to come into that level of belief in the days that we're approaching, man.
That's right.
We have to come into that level of belief where the Lord can intervene and show you an immense wonder to keep you sustained and have your faith rooted in that day. That's the level of belief that we're going to have to hope that the Lord can give you food. You know, that manna can come down from heaven. That you can find a can of beans on the side of the road, man. When all hell breaks loose. We need to have the level of the belief that, let's say, if you're out and about trying to figure out what you're going to do, the Lord can send you a brother right there on the spot, man. Like he had grabbed Habakkuk by the head and sent him over there to I believe it was Susa, where Daniel was, man. A matter of fact, no, Daniel was held in Babylon when he was in the lion's den. You know, because I believe it was in Babylon, because Habakkuk was like, man, that's a far ways away from here. You know, and the angel of the Lord grabbed Habakkuk by the head. Ironically, we're reading Habakkuk.
10 minutes, Arthur.
But, okay, the water. He had grabbed Habakkuk by the head and taken him over to where Daniel was. That's the level of faith and belief that we have to have right now, man. The Lord can do and will perform those works in this day, man.
After every miracle, it should build your faith up.
That's right. You read it in Sirach 36. It says, man, matter of fact, I gotta get this real quick, bro. Matter of fact, could you pull up Sirach 36 and 6 actually? You got your pocket?
Okay, show 66.
Yeah, Sirach 30, yeah. Count 36 and 6. This is the type of stuff that we have to expect, man. Know that the Lord got us. Okay? And at the same time, too, be wise. You know, because of course in this time, if you're able to go get groceries, get some fucking groceries, man. You know, get some groceries. Oh man, that's clear picking for the day for these inmates that's getting ready to come out, man.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
That's clear picking. That girl, it's chilly as hell out now. She had a pink shirt, titties hanging out. You know, that's clear picking for the day when the Lord started allowing these inmates and these different beasts to get loose from these zoos, bro. That's clear for the picking. Go ahead, Doc. You got it. Sirach 36.
Sirach chapter 36, verse 6.
Expect these things, brothers.
Right. Show new signs and make other strange wonders. Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works.
Yeah, man. So it says show new signs and more weird, pretty much more strange wonders. Okay, so these are things we need to have. This type of faith, man. We've had faith as things weren't really hard, as things weren't really that hard. We've had faith when it came to different situations in your job. You might have lost your job, might have lost your house, and the Lord had got us out the situation. Now we're approaching the evil day, and if we was able to exercise faith in these days, and the Lord had taken care of us, just expect for the Lord to do greater things and show greater things to protect us in that day, man. Because He definitely will do it. Okay, He doesn't slack concerning His promise, and part of His promise is that we're gonna be able to eat in that day. You know,
because this is the beginning of the signs and strange wonders right here. Us waking up on the highways and the hedges, coming out here to preach and changing our lives of repentance. That's right, bro. So it's only going to increase now. He's not going to wake us up, give us all His knowledge, and leave us out here,
right,
high and dry. You know what I mean? That'll precept for you. 1 Peter chapter 4, verses 18 and 19. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
Hey, it says the righteous shall scarcely be saved. When you go into that word scarcely, man, it says barely, bro. Not that, you know what I'm saying? Not that we're going to be doing wicked and then the Lord going to be like, all right, I got you. No, man, but it's going to be so crazy out here. It's going to be so bad out here. And there's going to be certain times in our flesh where we're going to be like, Lord, what are you going to do? Where are you at, Lord? Think about Yahweh in the Garden of Gethsemane, man. Apply. Hey, I was talking to this brother on the way up here, man. When Yahweh was in the Garden of Gethsemane, he knew that his hour it was his hour, man. It was his hour of temptation. And he asked that the Lord had taken that cup away from him. And this is the greatest man to ever walk the face of the earth. So now we see that our time is approaching, man. Like, at the end of the day, you got certain brothers that are going to be martyrs. You got certain brothers that are going to endure all the way into the end to be delivered and beamed up in the chariot. But that hard time, those straits are coming. And the straight gate is coming, man. Just like Yahweh had his hour, every single last one of us are going to have our hour, man. And if we're able to endure through that hour, man, we're going to be good, bro. But it says the elect shall scarcely make it.
Wherefore, let them that suffer according to the will of the Most High commit the keeping of their souls to Him in well-doing as unto a faithful Creator.
Hey, and that jumps back to what we're reading in Habakkuk, the 3rd chapter, man. Because he said, even though the elect are going to scarcely be saved, man, commit yourself to those good works. And no matter how bad it gets, still trust and use the Lord as your confidence, man. You know, the Lord is our confidence. Trust in that. We have opportunity, bro. We have an opportunity nobody else has been given. We have the opportunity to know the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai and call on those names in the time of trouble.
That's right.
You know?
The faithful Creator, man. Everything He's done, said He's going to do, He's done. He's a man that should not lie. He's a man of His word.
That's right, bro. That's right. And we can finish it up in that Habakkuk, bro. Okay. Read that again with the fig tree.
Back in Habakkuk chapter 3. Okay. And so I started verse 16 again. When I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice. Brightness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself.
Because Habakkuk knew that the elect were going to scarcely be saved. And he's seen why. He's seen why at that moment, why the elect were going to scarcely be saved. Go ahead.
That I might rest in the day of trouble. When he cometh up unto the people, he will invade them with his troops. Although the fig tree shall not blossom, neither shall fruit be in the vines.
The sown places shall appear unsown. Okay? People are going to be out here. There's fruit trees that might be out here. That fruit going to be gone, bro. People going to be desperate.
Oh, yeah. That's the first thing.
Yeah. There's not going to be the average commodities that you have right now. And Habakkuk is seeing that. He's seeing the greatest famine that existence has ever bore witness to. You know? Go ahead.
You can have like a lemon tree or apple tree or something. You better keep an eye on it. There's going to be a nigga there with a paper sack.
That's right.
Bagging all your strip in the yard.
Really, that's real talk. And if you're a spiritual man, don't even worry about that tree.
That's right.
Grab what you can grab out of it and leave the rest of it for the poor, man.
God.
You know, leave the rest of it for who else? You know?
Wow.
Because at the end of the day, all we got to do is trust in the Lord. And we've been talking about this heavily, man. We ain't going to be like these people that are out here that are scavenging, that are doing all these, that are taking all these different precautions to be sustained. Because the Lord will take that shit from these people, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have the opportunity to understand the word, and ultimately that's going to keep us filled. That's going to keep our bellies filled, man.
Right.
Hey, the scriptures say, man shall not live off bread alone, but the word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Father.
Right.
And this is what we're going to have to trust and confidence as that day approaches, man.
Right, the verse say you're doing the balance. There's nothing wrong against a few things, but don't rely on them.
Mm-hmm.
Because you may even have to move around.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
You can't take everything. So.
All right. About 3 minutes. Okay.
All right. So this the labor of the olive shall fail, and the fields shall yield no meat. The flock shall be cut off from the fold, and there shall be no herd in the stalls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's all synonymous with things like the brother said. No food, everything is being cut down, food shortages, a national famine along with the spiritual famine. You know, all both sides about to starve some people now.
That's right. But look at Habakkuk's mindset. Look what Habakkuk said. Regardless, all that's going to take place. The previous verse, he said, I hope I'm in rest in that day. But look what Habakkuk came to the realization of right here. Because we about to see this shit. But look at the mind of Habakkuk, man. This is the same thing that Peter said after he said the elect shall scarcely be saved.
Yet I will rejoice in Yahweh. I will joy in the power of my salvation.
Regardless, rejoice in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Because all this works toward our benefit. Right. In order for the kingdom of heaven to be ushered in, this stuff has to happen and take place first. So count it all joy when it happens, bro. And know that it's leaning more towards your resurrection and not towards your death.
That's right.
This is leading toward life everlasting.
Right, because he's letting us know what he's going to do. He's giving us a chance and an opportunity. You know, so, hey, with that understanding, you just continue to move with faith, man. He's not going to give you the lowdown and then kill you.
That's right.
You know, now you have to be written, of course.
Right.
Say, many are called, but few are chosen.
That's right.
But that's an opportunity to shine.
That's right.
To give notice, to make a call unless you're sure. You know?
That's right. That's right, man. Yeah, last night before we ended off, that was it on that one pretty much. I was having horrible visions last night laying down. I couldn't go to sleep. I didn't go to sleep till like 5, 6 in the morning. But it's going to get bad out here, brothers. It's not going to just be you walking around like, oh. Now, of course, the Lord is going to show us stuff to have us rejoice like, hell yeah. But he's going to have us rejoice so hard because we're going to be in such straits. It's the straight gate we're talking about, man. You know, it's not going to be easy. You know, there's going to be times where we're going to be like, oh, shit. You know, and we ain't gonna know what to do off the moment, but then you're gonna have to come to realize, get your thoughts together. I still gotta trust, you know, because when all that stuff happens, bro, we're gonna be seeing people die, bro. We're gonna be seeing a whole lot, bro. Yeah, and you're gonna have to really think back, like, whoo, this is what we talked about. You gotta execute and trust. 1 minute, okay, calm. Well, we can. That's a one. Oh, we can.
Yeah, it's like,
okay, well, let's end it off on that and salute out.
Verse 19, the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, power is my strength, and he will make my feet like hinds' feet, and he will make me to walk upon mine high places, to the chief singer on my string instrument.
He's repeating what David said in 2 Samuel, the 22nd chapter, man. And just know that the Lord got us, bro. He's our strength. He's our confidence. He's our protection, man. He's going to keep us covered no matter how hard it gets.
That's right.
So we're going to end it off on that. Lord willing, this was edifying. A ball, man. You know, hey, man, hands up for Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Real talk, bro. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim
How
Yahweh.
about you?
All right. So and with that, all praise to Yahweh
Bashim Yahweh Bashim Makakwadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.